Hello everyone, welcome on back to my channel. My name is Jean. Alright, I have a little collective haul today. Let's start with, I just have one thing from Amazon. I needed some small, if we can get these apart, book binding wires. I make different notebooks and all that stuff, but okay, get those apart. I just need some smaller ones. These are a 3/8 inch. I have a cinch, so I'll use those with my cinch, of course. You get 100 of them in here for $21.99, and I just got all one color, the rose gold one. So I couldn't find anything in a multi-color pack, so I just got rose gold. That's a pretty neutral color. So, and then from my Meijer store, I took this out of the wrapper already, so we can get a better look at it. I found these Spellbinders Summer Day Butterflies. I believe they're $3.99, $2.99 or $3.99. I can't find my receipt, of course. So sometimes when my daughter goes shopping with me, she takes the receipt and stuffs it in her pocket, and then, you know, I don't know where it goes. So, but I thought they were really cute. They're the dimensional ones. So I picked up those while I was there. And then I found this Rosie Studio Sweet Sunshine paper pack. There's 40 sheets in here, 20 different designs, and there is 6 foiled pages. You know, I was thinking about this when I found this in there. It has been a while since I bought Rosie's Studio. So I have to go back and shop some Rosie Studio stuff because it's been a while. So I'll just run you through this quickly. Let's bring it down just a little bit so we can see, not that way, down this way, so we can kind of see the patterns and see if we can find the foil ones. Oh, I think I got 2. I missed a page. This flower one. So it was $5.99 for this, so I thought I'd pick that up. And it's not like, it's more of a paper than a cardstock, but it's not printer paper. It's a little heavier, but it's still really cute. There were some really cute pages in here I liked, like this little smiley face sun. And then the strawberries here. And this one's got little bitty pears on it. I don't know if you can tell, they're little pears. And now this one has some foiling on it. It's really hard to crown there. It's not much foil. It doesn't show real well. So if you're not a foil person, this is a good pack to get. It's got very little foil, and it's not real like bright thick foil. This one has foiling on it. Let's see that. All that gold is all the foiling. The stripe page. It's gonna fall out. And this one has foiling on it. So there's 2 of each of those. And then we start back over. So I picked up that while I was there. I think that's all from my Meijer store. Yep. Now let's move on to Dollar Tree. So most of this Christmas stuff you're going to see is just stuff I am just going to put away for next year that I thought I may use next year. And if they don't come out with it again, I wanted to have the extras on my stash. So I got another pack of the erasers. I use those as pen toppers and stuff. So I'm going to put that away in my eraser stash for my pens. So those ones were pretty nice ones. Then I found these acrylic markers. The basics and the pastels from Dollar Tree. So I picked up 1 pack of each of those. Let's just quick open one and see how they write. I'll just take out one. We'll kind of see how they... Got a piece of scrap paper here. Okay, this is not really a true red. It's more got a pinkish tone to it. Let me see if I have a little acrylic piece. I like to use my acrylics markers for repainting my acrylic pieces, my little charms and all that stuff. This is all I have close by here. I'm just going to quick kind of go over the back of it. And then we'll let it dry and we'll see how this, if I can get a hold of it, it's so tiny. And let's see what the coverage is like and get back in the camera here. Okay, looks like it's covering in one. We'll let it dry while we sit there and show other things. Just to kind of see how it... That's what I use my acrylic markers for mostly, is for recoloring things like that. So I got those. And then last two things from there is I got these bows, just in case they don't come out with the same style next year. This is like a burlap one. It's got Merry Christmas. It's really, really cute. So I got that one to put away. And then this one. That was really, really pretty. It's really, really soft. It's just kind of like little threads that they kind of weave around there. And it's got the pine cones and stuff in the middle. So I thought that was really cute. So those are going to be just to put in my stash. Because I'm pretty well done with all my Christmas. And then I got just one thing from Target. Yep, just one thing from Target. And I debated on this. You know, it was $5. It's from their dollar spot. And, you know, it is Hello Kitty. And Hello Kitty, you know, Sanrio stuff is expensive to begin with. So, by the way, guys, please stick around. There will be a surprise in this video somewhere. So, stick around. So, cute little case. You know, I'm a big Hello Kitty fan. Let's take this, pop this out. Looks like it's got a course. Well, I guess we'll take it all out. So we got some flat backs. We're not going to be able to see it that way. Let me just find my knife here. There it is. See if I can cut that. It's just a little bitty kit. I got it more for the container than I did for most of the pieces inside. Oh, I didn't think this would be like, you know, this tough to get apart. But it is. Throw some of those beads in there that I'm gonna... So there's just some little alphabet beads in there. And then there's these little Hello Kitty, the flatbacks, which, you know, oh, but they do have the hole in the top. It actually has a bead all the way through, but I don't know if I'll use it as a bead or if I'll put a hook in the loop in the top. Then we have, see if these are beads. I don't think, yep, these are beads too, the little flower bead. This heart is a bead, except for it goes sideways, so not my favorite. And then it's got a bunch of these little beads and these little beads. Woo! And then it's got two hooks, so you can make keychain or whatever. But I got it for the cute little case. So that is all. Let's get rid of this garbage in front of me. So that is my Target. All right, from Dollar General. So I did find the cards. There's a runaway bead. I did find these cards finally. I found them way on the bottom of a shelf, and I don't know if anyone even found them because there was a whole bunch there. And, you know, this is already what is the date today? The 15th or something like that. And so they're way on the bottom of the shelf, but they had a big floor display right in front of the shelf. So I had to move the floor display to see what was underneath there, and I found all the cards. So a bunch of these are just going into the donation thing, which I have to take over, you know, within a day or so. So I have to get those wrapped up and take over. So there's a Rummy Game, the Crazy Eights, and Old Maid, and I'll show you one of them. And then this is the shape cards. It's just stocking. And then I don't know if it's the hot chocolate or ice cream sundae thing. This one I did open so I could show you because they were wrapped in plastic. So I can show you. This one I think I'm going to keep though, and I can redo. I could probably use it for a gift card holder. It looks plenty big too after I redo it. So I think I'm going to use it, keep it. So I thought this was really cute. And then all the other cards are pretty much the same as, you know, they got pretty much all the same little pictures on them. I don't know if I'll keep any of them. I think I'm only keeping this one here. So then they just all had the little different Christmas animals and Christmas shapes and stuff like that on those. So, but they're all bent. You got to really look around. I'm like, I was looking for these from the start. Could not find them. And then I was in there one day and I'm like, really just, I had time. So I was just kind of taking my time looking through the store. And I noticed that little area that was behind a display rack. And so I went in and found them. All right, so then I got these straw covers. They were $3.50. And just like the erasers, I use these as pen toppers and stuff. So I will, cut off this little piece there and then use these. So I'll put those away. They'll go in my little bin with my erasers. And they'll definitely have to get glued down, though, because they have a little bit bigger hole than the other ones. So you have to glue them down on top. So put those away for next year. Oh, and then I found these dual tip markers. So these are on alcohol-based markers. This was $6 for 24 of them. So let's take one out. And it's got the cute little case. We'll go with red again. Put that off to the side. So we have, there's your chisel. And then your bullet. And so this says geranium for the color. And let's kind of put it up there with this other one. And see how the color is. Okay, so this one is definitely more of a red. The cover is more of a pink. So I always swatch out my markers because, they never really match the cap. This one is a darker red. So alcohol marker. I don't use alcohol markers a lot, but I thought for $6 for this set, and you get the case that I can reuse later on. So, okay, that's Dollar General. So we had Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Amazon, and one thing from Target. How about let's jump over to Five Below. So my Five Below is, I got this pack Adorables. It is, I got for myself, yes. But I use these for pencil toppers too, and I thought I would show you. This is like a little Advent one that I had found there yet. And it was $5. We'll just take one of them out. Okay. Let's just pull one out. So you get 5 different ones for $5. So that's a pretty good price. Adorables, if you've never bought them before, can be quite pricey. Okay, so who do we got? We have little Minnie Mouse. She looks like a little baker. She's adorable. And now I have to, sometimes I have to drill my hole a little bit bigger and to use. Or I also just put a little hook into them. So I use these in a few different ways. I make them as dangles. Couple different ways that I use them. So they're just so cute. So this one I thought was a good set because $5 and you get 5 different, different ones. We picked up that. Then of course I found this really cute, me and my notebooks, vegan leather. Like I didn't care about that. Let me see if I can get this little thing off of here so that we can see it. It's got my strawberry shortcake on. Adorable. All the strawberries is so cute. And then inside it's a dot journal with the little kitty on the bottom. So it's just a dot journal, and it's got strawberry shortcake on one side and the kitty cat on the other page. So really cute. I use most of my notebooks for notes and making my samples and prototypes and all that stuff. So I use a lot of notebooks. I found this really cute little storage container. Let's see if I can get this down just a little bit. So this was only $5. It's got like a little bear head on it, and it's got little paws there, and then it opens, and it's got the tray on top and opening on the bottom. So a lot of things you can use this for. So I'm not sure what I'll use it for, but I love little containers like this. You can see on top what it is. I'm not sure what I'll use it for yet. I'm sure it'll be all for just one specific thing that I'll be using it for, but I just picked it up. It's an aqua color, and they had another one, but it was a different color and a different design on top. I thought this one was really cute. For $5, I think that's a really good price. So found that adorable. Then, of course, yes, I found some markers over there, too. Must have been a day of that. These are glitter ones, though. The 12 dual tip glitter markers. And they were $5 also. Let's bring our paper back. I don't know how these will work. Let me cut the opening. But let's check it out together. So I kind of buy these things. And, you know, I'll do red again just so that we can, you know, stay with the same color. So I can get that one out. You know, if they don't work, then you guys know, and then you won't buy them. Okay, I don't think I have to shake them or nothing. It's got a fine tip and a brush tip, which is nice. And it just says glitter dual tip. And those are your colors right there. So let's see. Oh, so that is your fine tip, I believe. But we'll see in just a minute. Could be the brush tip. Let me see what this tip looks like. Nope, that was the brush tip. This is your fine tip. Okay, let's take, well, actually, let's do both ends so that we can see. So far, I don't really see no glitter in there. Oh, get those covers off. Very lightly, you can see a glitter. Like, if you want to call that glitter, we'll let it dry here and see. Like, on my end, I can see just a little, like, more of a shimmer than a glitter. So I don't know if they're going to be that good. Oh, my goodness. They just don't want to, those covers. Put another like thing down here. We'll let it dry. Yeah. I don't know about those, guys. Let's take this pink one out and try the pink one, too. I'll put it down here. See, as I'm putting it down, you can kind of see it. But it just kind of like dries right away. So let that dry. I'm going to say, though that's a bust, I can use them just for markers, though. But as far as the glitter, if you want that glitter to show, I don't think it really shows very well. Okay, then I got a few things from Hobby Lobby. And like I said, a lot of this is stuff I found that I'm going to be putting away for next year. Okay, let's get this. And I thought about waiting until, you know, after Christmas clearance, but most likely there won't be anything left around. Let me move it up over here. Okay, I got a bunch of different picks. So I found this one. I'm gonna need scissors. Cupcake picks, 24 count. They were half of $3.49. And what I do is I just break off the bottom here. And I just broke that one. Be careful, they're not real thick. I just cut that off, break that off, and then use it as like a saying for a card and stuff. I don't know if there's any plastic wrap on these or oh yes, there is. Okay, so there is on the back. So let's see if there's any on the front. Might make them look really nice and sparkly. Sorry, I have to bring it a little closer so I can see it, but I did find it. Okay, so they do have plastic covering on all of them. So just so you're aware of that. So you kind of see what it looks like before and after. All right, so we have those. It'd be really cute just to cut that top off. All right, so then I have the red bow picks. And they were half of us, so they were $1 for 24, so half of $1.99. So they were really cute. Get one out. They're all just the red. Again, you know, I'll take them apart. Let's see. Sometimes I can pull it right off, and sometimes I have to get my heat gun. There we go. And then I flatten this down in the middle. I usually take my little bone folder and then flatten that middle piece down best you can and work that down. Now this one is double-sided, which is good because you can either cut that little white piece off or just flip it over and use it this way. So use those, and you can use them either way, with or without the pick. And I don't know if I broke some of the in there. I think I broke some of the stick in there. But just take your heat gun otherwise, or you know, they'll melt right out. Then I found the cute tree ones were $1.99. And you got, again, 24 into this one. And it looks like we get 2 different designs. Take that one, that's stuck together. Oh, that one came right off easily. Yeah, so 2 different designs. I don't know why that one has more of the stripes inside. Interesting. That's all stripes in that one. So you have these 2, and they're red foil. And then they're double-sided. So that one came off nice and easily. So if you want to just use that as an embellishment, you have those. We'll put those away till next year. Because I'm about done. Just about. I think I got one or 2 videos coming on. Then I always like to get these. I've gotten them in the white, in the baking section and whatever. So these are red foil sheets, and they are 25 count for $2.49, half of that. So these work really good for, you know, when I'm, you know, doing cards and I need a foil background on things and stuff like that. I don't always like to use my big 8x10 sheets. So these are just a little, let's see if they say what size. 5x5. So 5x5 square red foil. And you can just use, because the white is gloss. So if you need a white gloss, you can use the white gloss, or you can use the red. I use white gloss a lot too. So you can use either one. Okay. So look for that stuff. And then I found these, which I didn't see before. And so they're like paper lollipops. They're so cute. Come on out of there. You know, I probably could make these myself. I really could. You know that. How much were these ones? Where is it? I lost that one. Picks. So there's a 12 count of these. They're 5 inches long, and they were half of $1.99. So you get the green and the red. And it's just a straw with the ribbon on. So I thought those would be cute. I can use those in some ways. I can embellish them up a little bit too also. But I thought we'd grab those and put them in the stash. Because you know I start my little crafting early, don't I? I got more stuff. Where is it? Here it is. It's like I lost it. You guys hanging in there? You need to hang in here. Hang in there. It's worth it. Just hang on in. So these are place cards, but for $1.99, 20 of them. But, of course, they make good tags. They make good little journaling cards. And I think you can cut them in half. So you have 2 of them is most likely what I'll do. You can make it as just like a little card for your Christmas gift. You know, you can do it anything you want with these things. But I like the little red foil around there. And they are all red. And I only seen red, so I don't know if they had some other foil ones anywhere else, but my store only had the red. So I thought that was a nice find. I think that's last of the Christmas stuff. So then I found a couple new things. I got this new butter, and these were in, 40% off when they go on 40% off. The Paper Studio section. It's a cute little patch, the butterfly patch. They had a different one. That one they might have cleared out when they did that big clearance. It's a little different style. Then I got the cute strawberry. Adorable. Got that. And then I found these cute little charms I haven't seen before. Let's just take the outer wrapper off so you guys can see them. So 40% off of Paper Studio. Alright, so you get 9 charms in here. And they are... So you get the red cherry. Your strawberries are, even the cherries are different because, yeah, so they're all different. So then you the cherries, you get the red one, the light pink, and the darker pink. And then this is the dark pink, the light pink, and then the red and the pink, and then the double pink. Your strawberries, you get like this pink one, the red one, and then these 2 are like cut in half. so that they look, you can see the inside of them. So cute. I thought those were really cute. Those will be, I mean, half of $5.49 is a good price for 9 charms, I think. So we'll throw that in my little strawberry section. Then I got some, I've gotten these in the past, but I used up quite a bit of them this last July 4th. So I want to make sure I have them in stock. 40% off of that. You get the they're really 4 different sizes. You get the blue. I know they're going to be hard to see. The red stars, the silver stars, and the gold stars. So I really, really liked using these. So I want to make sure I have enough of those. And then I found these really cute. Let's take the wrapper off so that, look at those, like they're frosted, but they shimmer. It's hard to see that. Look at how pretty those ones are. And they got, there's like 1, 2, 3 different sizes in there. Those are so cute. Just see that. So I don't have any like that in my stash, so I'll put that away. The last thing I got is repurchase is these daisies. I really like these daisies, so I had to buy some more, so I have some. Did you hear that? My accent kind of changed. That's what I do. Okay, so they're really cute daisies. And they're foam stickers, so I like these. And then I just put a little gem in the middle. Gotta bling things up more in life. All right, let me look. I think I got everything for now. Yep. All right, I told you guys it was a surprise. So, for our December giveaway, I am going to give away 3 $25 Amazon e-cards. This is my little Merry Christmas giveaway. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah. However you guys celebrate Christmas, if you do, if you don't, I want to, give to a chance for everybody. So this one is open to everyone, but you must be at least 18 years or older. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed so that you can stay in tune to all my little giveaways I do. And this one will end on December 18th so that we can hopefully get the cards out in time for Christmas. And so anywhere in the video, please put #gift. That way I know you do want to participate. Like I said, this is open for anyone. As long as you have Amazon. If you don't want to do Amazon, I can do PayPal too. So we can do either one. Those are both pretty easy to do for, the other countries and stuff. So, we can work on that. So for our December giveaway, I'm doing 3 $25 Amazon gift cards to say thank you to everybody for, what has it been, 3 years, for the great 3 years I've had and all you guys' support out there and helping me get to where I am now. So hopefully we'll keep growing and I can keep bringing you these nice little giveaways and videos and all that stuff. So if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to afford these, all this. I mean, I buy stuff, but before the videos, I didn't buy as much and I didn't craft like, I always crafted and I pretty much craft every day, but I've been branching out to different type crafting and stuff like that. And so I've been kind of finding different craft items and stuff. So you guys have helped support me with that. And that's I'm able to, do some extra shopping. Yay. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this haul. And I hope you'll, go ahead, enter to the December giveaway. Try for an Amazon gift card, okay? All right, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.